What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it for real. The NBA season is underway, and people are already making their selections for who's going to be MVP of the season. And the list that they got for the highest odds for MVP, Kawhi Leonard is fifth on the list. First on the list is Giannis, tied with James Harden. Then there's LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Then Kawhi Leonard, like I said, he's fifth. And this is the early lead. Please tell me, what has LeBron James done to be in this conversation? LeBron James has played horrible this season. Horrible. And his numbers are 27, 8, and 8 with 4 turnovers. He's averaging that. Now, that shows you that any knucklehead could score 20-something points in the league. That's exactly what all of this shows you. Any knucklehead could score in this league. Well, the Milwaukee Bucks are blowing out the Philadelphia 76ers. Philadelphia is a team that's going to be in the cellar for a long time because they have a lot of problems. They got a lot of issues. Well, it was a good game early on with Dallas and the Dallas Mavericks in Atlanta today. Atlanta pulled it out. The Mavs don't get respect on the calls, but Bazemore was on fire. Yes, the Cavs are 0-4. They got blown out today by the Nets. The Cavs look like crap. Today they were completely flat. Tyronn Lue was saying how he's gonna make some changes if guys aren't communicating on defense. Kevin Love had a terrible game. Kelly Clarkson did his usual. J.R. Spliff is just stealing money. So this is last year in the league. And he's out. Now, here's my picks for MVP early on. Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. Joel is killing. He don't have that next guy that's going to step up and do what they're supposed to do. You see, down the stretch, they know how to play him. Last year was the first time that people really got to see what Ben Simmons could do. It's just like a rookie quarterback. You're going to sneak some guys because guys don't know what in the world your plans are. What is it that you do? They're like, well, I don't know nothing about this guy. What does he do? What's his motivation? So now they know how to play them. They know that Ben Simmons is not going to hit a jump shot. He's not even going to attempt it. He's going to look to pass. They gave away Bellinelli and the other shooter, got rid of them. Those guys were knocking down big shots for him last year. See, y'all forget that the 76ers wasn't just Ben Simmons and Embiid. It was all of these other guys that was hitting big shots and big threes that was opening things up. They had to worry about. Now, guys aren't hitting these shots. You got a bunch of guys. Covington can't get open to hit those shots because they ain't got to worry about another shooter on the court. JJ Redick is sometimes he's small, so he's not a guy that's consistently going to continuously give you 25 and 30, and they need that guy. And they need it for Ben Simmons to come in here and be aggressive with shooting a jump shot so that they can pull guys towards him. Now they're just laying back under the rim because they know what he wants to do. Well, Joel Embiid, his name could be mentioned for MVP early on. They haven't done that. Steph Curry name should be mentioned for early MVP. They haven't done that because he's from Golden State. But Steph has come out playing just better than he did in the first two MVP seasons. Kawhi has come out on a tear. I mean, it was like, dude, was he ever injured? And this is the battle of the two-way players tonight. Jimmy Butler versus Kawhi Leonard. That was the battle tonight. Oh, it was a beautiful game to watch tonight. And this is what I'm saying. Jimmy Butler, mentioning him in the conversation. If you Kawhi Leonard, why are you gonna leave this? You know what I'm saying? Why would you leave this? What would be the reasoning for wanting to leave Toronto? You got a team that you can go to the championship with over and over again. Oh yeah, well Toronto blew them out. They was at home. Derrick Rose proves he's very inefficient with the basketball at times. He's not the same Derrick Rose. People saw that he had a good game, and he was 7 of 16. Butler gonna give you his 23, 4 and 5. But yeah, this was the difference. This is why Kawhi's number one and Jimmy Butler's number two when it comes to players. When it comes to two-way players, Klay Thompson would be number three on my list of two-way players. It was more than just the 35 for Kawhi. Kawhi was a disruption out there. He defensively making steals, getting aggressive with the basketball, pushing it, putting pressure on the Timberwolves. And the Timberwolves, you see their problem. They're soft. Some of those guys out there, Jimmy got them playing hard, pushing. But they need that other person to step up and, cut down on the turnovers. And, the Timberwolves fought. They fought all the way to the end. They were up big and they never relinquished the lead. Bro, right now, if I had to pick MVP, Kawhi Leonard, without a doubt. Kawhi Leonard has bounced back, and this season, at 5-0, he ain't taking no prisoners. Everybody talking that Boston stuff, and I know it's early. How will Kawhi go out through the season? As far as health and everything else. Games will get a little tighter. Steph can have 50 a night, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Steph is an early MVP candidate. He's just not being mentioned. Jokic, the Joker for Denver, he's an MVP candidate. They're not mentioning the real MVP candidates. They're throwing this LeBron James garbage in front of you and putting even James Harden in there. James Harden's not an early MVP. I mean, he could be in the conversation, but he's not really an MVP this season already. Jokic right now would be the guy that's top for MVP right now. James Harden and the Houston Rockets are getting embarrassed because Mitchell is destroying them. Ever since he missed that shot against Golden State, he got that one step pull up three. Well, yeah, James Harden got hurt. Mitchell couldn't miss. They couldn't guard him. He was just on fire. He was 38. He was like hit his 35th. This is what, second year, he got his 35 points. The Rockets are 1-3. James Harden got a hamstring injury. They're not the same team, period. The Jazz are 2-2. I know. See, that's what I'm talking about. You got your point guard. He was 14, 13, and 11. Ben Simmons. But if you watch the game, did he have a good game? No, but that's his second triple double of the season. So you would say, man, he's having a good game. He got a triple double. What more you want for him? Come on. The Lakers blow out. They get their first win of the season. Okay. Okay. So they could be 78-1. So the streak is over. I mean, because if you lose to the Phoenix Suns, you know what time it was. People was like, why you didn't go live for that game? Why would I waste my time? Why would I waste my time? I mean, right now it's like a murder, death, kill. With Steph got 47 already, KD got 28. They are torching Washington. I'm wasting time. What time? Wasting what time? No, there was no need to watch that game. That's what I'm letting y'all know. I'm like, why would I be watching that game? Give me a reason. Why would I be needing to watch the doggone Lakers beat up on the Phoenix Suns? It's like you ain't gonna go live because the Lakers was winning. No, when they play a real game, then we'll pay attention to it. But that's no game. Right. I put an emphasis on the game because I'm like, if they lost the Phoenix Suns, they were in trouble. That's what we were saying. If the Los Angeles Lakers lose to the Phoenix Suns and go 0-4, they are in trouble. Because I knew doggone well, just like everybody in the world knew, the Lakers would beat them. I said they would be 1-4 because I said they will lose to Denver. When they play the Denver Nuggets, they will lose. So far, they played 2 games without Rondo. John Wall should know he can't do nothing. Can't do nothing with Curry, man. Come on. And I don't know who number one is, but I'm telling you, Steph is he's on a tear this season. Oh, he's got 51 now. He cracked it. Now, there's plenty of times Steph could have had 50 some points. He had like 29 or whatever. They sent him for the fourth quarter, the last game. Ever since they got jobbed in that last game, they've been on point. Well, Draymond Green's got to kind of get himself into shape. He coming into the season injured. He's got like some knee problems or whatever, so he hasn't really been 100%. My thing is, will Steph even play in the fourth quarter? And I don't think he will. I think they'll sit Steph out the fourth, just like the last game. So that's two games. He's got 51 in 3 quarters. Now you can let Clay get his. You can let somebody else get theirs. Curry is 2019 MVP. He should be. I mean, he's definitely in the competition. I mean, the conversation, but they don't like to mention the Golden State Warriors players in that conversation for MVP. Steph Curry this season has made a very conscious effort to stand out, at least early on this season. He's been balling, but they don't pay attention to what he's doing because they're so focused about that guy in Los Angeles. The Suns are gonna be the Phoenix Suns. I told you LeBron gonna call his homeboy. Booker went out the game in the third quarter saying it's a hamstring. That was a GM call. The GM, he was up. We need a win, man. Yeah, well, I need one bad. I need a favor. Yep. Tell your boy to lay down. Tell Booker to play for a little bit, then have him take a seat. Because yeah, I need this dub, man. I can't go. I can't just go 0-4 in Los Angeles, dog. It's too much pressure. It's too much. They talking about bringing Kobe back, dog. I kept you on the bench, dog, all those years. You know, all them NBA finals. I went to 8 straight, well, 7 straight with you. So, I just think it's time you pay it back, bro. I need this win. Yeah, so have Booker sit down. All right, thanks. Yep, now it's Clay time. Yeah, Draymond out there trying to get himself in shape. Look at Curry taking the night off. Curry's taking the night off.
He's short about the three and all the team stuff. But you also feel like he's a little bit driven for personal and individual accolades after not winning Finals MVP last year?
I don't think he was driven, but I think as a competitor, you got to have ways to keep it going. I think Grant said it best. He's had his best offseason. He's healthy.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Everybody thinks because he got job for a Finals MVP, this is why. That's just the media trying to make it. No, Steph Curry is for real. And he just won't get the credit he deserves because he's on Golden State. And not to mention him for most valuable player and all that crap. They just dog him. Well, he's got to. The heck that means? If he's the most valuable player, he's the most valuable player. Sure as hell didn't stop y'all to give it to Michael Jordan. He recruited Kevin Durant. Draymond's the guy that did that, really. He just accepted the role. I mean, who wouldn't want Kevin Durant on their team? Okay, let's get that assessed right now. Who's the guy better for your team? Who's the better fit for your team? Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, or Kevin Durant? Who was the better fit? KD and Russ or Steph and KD? Right, Steph and KD. They're more dangerous playing together than Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. Why? Because Russell Westbrook doesn't know how to play with Kevin Durant. Russell plays one way all the time. Look at Dre hitting a three. And there's plenty of times when Russ wants to get himself going instead of using the flow of the game. When you're not using the flow of the game to getting yourself shots and getting yourself in a rhythm, when you're not doing these things, you're going to make it real harder for you down the road. Oh, you still talking about the OKC game? No, Kevin Durant was dead tired because Kevin Durant was ran into the ground because he had to guard like 4 different positions. So when Clay was going off, Clay Thompson is not the guy that Kevin Durant normally guards. He's got to guard Draymond. They got him guarding other people on the court when they were playing each other. He was in a pool of sweat because he's out there trying to get the team going, and then they sit him down for 2 minutes, and then he's out there. And when he's in his positions to get the ball, Russ wants to get going. He don't know when to bring Kevin Durant into the flow and give Kev some touches. You're giving him the ball in positions where he just basically got to get his own shot. You didn't make it easier for Kevin Durant. Alleviate some of the pressure when he's playing all this defense on the other end. So that's the problem with Russ. Russ is easy. Anybody can get assists. They'd be like, man, he averaged a triple-double for 2 seasons. I'm like, dog, anybody can get an assist. Ben Simmons got 11. He got 2 triple-doubles right now. Will you say Ben Simmons is an MVP candidate? No. Steph Curry has proven one thing is that he is definitely in the mix for the category for MVP. So right now, if I was doing most valuable player lists, um, I would put. I mean, KD's got like 30. They're rolling. But from MVP candidates right now, I'm gonna say Kawhi Leonard is number one on my list right now. Then I got, I would say probably the list hardens after that. There's a lot of people that's doing well. Uh, Davis is on that list. Jokic. I say everybody else is tied. I say Kawhi's first. Uh, then I got Jokic. Then Davis. They all tied. Giannis and Steph Curry. All 5 of those guys right now, to me, would be in the lead for most valuable player. We're only like 5 games in the season, fellas. But as of right now, for these 5 games, that's that. I mean, everybody has that as Eastern Conference Finals. Everything else has been academic, but anything can happen. Like Boston still has to figure out what they're doing right now. Like they have to figure out the minutes, Terry Rozier, and this is what happens when you have a lot of players that play. When you're 10 deep on your roster, these are the problems you're gonna face. Who to play on what night, how many minutes to play this guy, how many minutes to play that guy. If I'm Stevens, I'm playing Kyrie Irving 25 minutes to 26 minutes. I'm trying to balance him and Rozier out because you're going to need Kyrie Irving down the stretch. I don't like when some of the fly that won't die, you show back up, I guess. Well, all that means is that we won't see what's his name as much. Trey Young was a guy that everybody turned their back on. Then they did a trade with Dallas and sent them to Atlanta. So he went from Dallas to Atlanta, and he's been ready to go. Trey Young, Atlanta's a better fit for him. They need somebody where he can be free to go out and create and make some noise for him. He's actually selling jerseys. People are buying Trey. They are buying his jersey. And Dallas got the guy they got, inside, outside. They just didn't want to pay that kind of money. Atlanta was willing to pay that kind of money for Trey Young. And for Atlanta, it worked out. Luka works out great for Dallas. He's gonna be the next replacement when Dirk step aside and he's gone. Yep, they were traded for each other. So the game today was just that. That's what I said. The NBA, man, they got all these new kids, man, and to me, it's a shame that Atlanta don't sell as many tickets, man. I mean, it's almost nobody at these games. You could walk to an Atlanta Hawks game. No, it was the Bazemore show. That's what it was. Bazemore was on fire. Trey, he didn't have it tonight. And that's the thing about him. He's gonna score 45 or he's gonna have 6. Yeah, I guess you're right. Oh, Smith Jr., yeah, he came in. That was a foul and one. My goodness. And they didn't even call that. Well, in Atlanta, people so busy getting high when they show up to the game, when those people show up to the game, they don't show up till like they show up at what, third quarter? And they didn't pay tickets for the whole game. They show up about second, third quarter. Yeah, man, they're gonna have to get him speech classes for Trey Young.
Start doing the right things from start to finish, and I think we'll be okay.
You understand when you're not shooting well, they can still affect the game in many ways?
Oh, for sure. You know, that's what I try to do. I knew my shot wasn't falling. Trying to find bays, trying to find the hot hand. That's what I do, and it's what I do is just trying to help this team. And so whatever it is, whether it's scoring, whether it's getting people involved, or getting steals, things like that. I think that's what I need to do.
Yeah, that's what he sounds like. No, I just think that more should be added to the situation. Yeah, you see all the the Laker fans been sending me emails like they just won the NBA championship. I mean, for real. You would think the Lakers won the NBA championship. They're like, yeah, dude, you see that? Yeah. What did we tell you, dude? I knew it. My buddy hates Jimmy Butler. He's trying to lure me into the argument with Jimmy Butler. Here he goes sending me this. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard eating Jimmy Butler alive. And I tell him, look, Kawhi is number one. Jimmy is number two. You're not gonna get the argument out of me. You're not gonna get the argument. You're not. I agree. Kawhi is that. Which don't. Have you ever argued with somebody and you in agreement with what they saying, but they just want to argue? They gonna argue anyway. They're gonna argue anyway. Yep, you're right. You saw the real brothers. He's still holding on to Derrick Rose in 2011. He keeps well, Derrick Rose was always better than him. In 2011, did you see Jimmy Butler? I was like, look, dog, this is not 2011. We're in 2018. I gotta assess it for right now. I can't live in the past. Yep, the D Rose guy. Okay, well, yeah, that's it. He's down. And they're like, she's really gonna win. Hmm. Blue Da Vinci. Okay, I feel you. I see things a little differently, you know. So. And they're like, she's really gonna win. She, no.
So Trae Young, 17 points, 4 boards, and 5 assists.
Then he had a real bad shooting night. His attitude is stank. Well, oh yeah. All y'all can click the link in the description box and leave a donation or a message. Everybody left me some dope messages. Trigger, Goo Roach, you know, Goo Roach got something he working on, said it might be on TMZ. I'm like, all right, Goo, we gonna wait. He's like, it might be on TMZ. Thomas Felton, he always shows up. He's been consistent every night. Jay Biz comes through. He's like, thank you for the coworker hood story. He's like, that joint was legendary. One guy who kept getting fired for beating up coworkers. You thought you was Kobe. We don't love you like that. Little choke. Okay. Hey, he just wanted to donate just to throw a shot at Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. Oh man, Milkman. That was that was yeah, that was just a different situation. But yeah, we'll definitely get into that. For sure, for shizzle. For sheezy my kneesy, right? Is that what they say now? Is that what they call it? People was talking about the dynamic duo of DeRozan and Aldridge. DeRozan is always a guy he'll be a good additional player. Indiana, the Pacers, they're a good team. Oh wow, Sabonis with the jam. Yeah, he's left-handed. They forgot. Well, they have speed at the point guard position. When you got a lot of speed at the point guard position, it gives DeRozan problems. DeRozan always had problems guarding like Office Depot in those situations, but because he's a guard with a lot of speed, and he plays a very athletic game. But what he needed to work on was finishing at the rim. If when it's a layup, he needs to work on that more. Well, they got waxed. The Spurs is not a world championship team. They're a team that's going to struggle. They will always be in the mix. Come on. But you got players that's not like they're going to be consistent every night. Now, let's talk about the guy who should be up there in the conversation for MVP, Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine says Michael Jordan, not Derrick Rose. Zach LaVine is scoring 30 plus a night. 4 straight games over 30. Now, the only reason why he's not in the top over those guys for most valuable player is because, they're playing on a bad team. And when you play on a bad team, it's easier for you to go ahead and get these type of numbers. I mean, that's what I'm saying. How can you not get these numbers? And you play on a bad team. There's shots gonna be out there for you. But Zach LaVine is doing this every night, and that's consistent. He's consistently saying, I'm the guy. Now we need to find out who's gonna be number 2. Well, this is what the Bulls wanted. They wanted Zach LaVine. They got him. Now they got their new Derrick Rose. Michael Jordan has 6 30-point games to start a season. Zach LaVine's got 4. Do you think he can hit it? Y'all think he can hit it? That's what the Bulls need. The Bulls need a guy who's going to be number 1, number 2. Last year, you don't know who was going to be. It was so sporadic. This year, now they got a little bit sense of what they're trying to do. I know it's impressive what Zach is doing. I know how to tick him off. Now he's trying to tell me Klay Thompson is better than Jimmy Butler. Okay. I know how to get him mad. Zach LaVine has already surpassed Derrick Rose already. Now that's a ludicrous statement. That's a very ludicrous statement. But he's gonna try to troll me with Jimmy. It goes both ways. Well, the thing about John Wall is he's a very inconsistent shooter. The Washington, it's time to shuffle the deck. John Wall should have been gone. You should have got rid of John Wall. Sorry, with Washington, John Wall needs a new location. Bill needs somebody that he can be consistent with every game. Porter is a good guy to come off the bench. Oubre Jr., cool. Morris should be coming off the bench. But you got to shake this team up. That team's not going to win you anything. Klay Thompson is going to play himself out the league. I mean, off the Golden State Warriors. I mean, believe me, Klay do some things defensively, but he's really been flat all season long. He's been flat. His shot's been flat. You know, everybody's like, Klay's going to snap out of it. He's going to be Klay Thompson again. Let him go over there with LeBron. Let him go. He need to get his mind right. He's too busy thinking about next year and the money. Go ahead, Steph.
It's always special. Have a night like tonight where everything's clicking. Just want to embrace it. And more of a gesture of appreciation because this is a great place to play.
Look at that. Look at that. Didn't play in the fourth. His career highs in New York in that 2013 season when he scored that 54 points in New York. Then he scored 53 and 15. He hit 51 twice that year. Then in 2016, he hit 51. So 51 seemed to be his magic number. He's hit that 4 straight times. But see, he didn't play in the fourth quarter again.
You heard the MVP chants tonight. What specifically is clicking for you as you start the season?
Yeah, 10 years in, I should be able to figure out, how to start off the year right. Put a lot of work in the summer. Obviously, got a great group of guys I get to go to war with every night. So, just playing with confidence, playing within myself, and just trying to keep pushing out, keep trying to get better.
It's early in the season, but you guys have started by saying we got to keep things fresh, we have to keep things motivated. 5 games in, do you sense the characteristics this team will have this season?
Yeah, we're developing it. Obviously, we're a certain team now. We'll be a different team when DeMarcus gets back. But in terms of communicating about our principles and how we're going to be successful, trying to chase another championship, we're definitely on the same page. Just a matter of staying focused every night, giving the best effort we can, and just enjoying the journey because it's a long year.
So once again, just Steph messing around. After the foul, Austin Rivers is like, what the heck, man? And then Austin Rivers takes a look back and sees that. Ridiculous. Now, Smitty, you're pretty.
I mean, to me, Doc Rivers is father of the year. Doc Rivers is father of the year. You know why Doc Rivers is father of the year? Doc Rivers is father of the year because he did something for his son. He's like, my daddy wasn't never there. Dude, your daddy got you in the NBA. Your daddy put you on the roster and you got paid millions of dollars to be on the bench. Okay, that too. All right, Brandon. Congratulations too again. Are you in Japan yet? Ungrateful mulatto. That's what Doc Rivers get. He's like, no, Saturday. Oh, man. He's getting ready for the Japanese life. We finna lose a soldier. We don't know what his service is going to be out there, his internet service. Austin played for the Washington Wizards. Can't you tell? They're 1-3. What you mean, write me? Matt Serra went to the hearing for Khabib today. How is Matt Serra going to come there to defend you at the hearing? What does that have to? What does Matt Serra have to do with anything? You know, you got baby arm Matt Serra, and they're defending you. What is that gonna do? That's not my address. Everybody think that's my address. That's not. That's like, so if you mail it at that address, what you have to do is let me know you sent it. Then I can go get it. You can mail stuff to that address. Just let me know you sent it so I can look for it. Because that's funny. That's how Sincerely Yours sent the book. He sent the book that way. And if he didn't let me know, I wouldn't have known the book was even there. I wouldn't have known until he told me, he's like, I sent you the book. I'm like, sent me what? To the address. I'm like, what address? The one that's on the thing. It's not my address. But I'll go get it. You know, that's the office. You know, I can go there and get it. Oh, Laker fans been crazy. They've been searching for me all day. They've been, yeah, what's up with my Lakers now, dog? Yeah, we beat Phoenix. I'll be like, Phoenix, dog, really dope. Phoenix, for real though, for real. Phoenix, son. I got Mayweather by murder, death, kill. It's gonna look like the Madonna fight. Khabib's gonna come in throwing that overhand right. He's going to throw some jabs, but Floyd's going to take him into the deep waters, try to tire Khabib out. After 4 rounds, he's going to start going to work, putting that work in on Khabib. Khabib ain't going to know what's going to hit him. Everybody said, man, I ain't watching that it. And then they're going to be like, man, Khabib's, man, he got to stop telegraphing that, right? Believe me, you're going to watch it. You're going to watch Manny Pacquiao versus Adrian Broner. You're going to watch it. You're going to watch it. They probably all are. They're in California. Chances are you got 3, 4 sons. One of them going to come out with a little Kool-Aid in the tank. Oh, yes, sir. Mr. Maurice White, we called you, bro. We tried to get you on. Oh, yeah, everybody. It's light years. We already know. Because when LeBron hit a wall, it's really going to be over. He don't have anything to fall back on. He's all athleticism. So it's like when Roy Jones started losing. Oh, of course. I'm always going to be there with my grandma and help her out whenever I can. Oh, man, it was crazy. Man, there's plenty of truth behind hip-hop stories that you're probably never going to be able to hear. Because I just can't do them, People are going to be like, for real? What happened? What rapper? What rapper? What rapper? Dude, are you kidding me? There's a story I would love to tell you. I can't even tell you, even with changed names, because if I put the story out there, people will freak out and start complaining, and people will figure it out. The people who's involved in the story would know. Was because in the title, it'd be like a rapper, was made out with a tranny and this, and if we really went that route and started telling the stories and this and that, they already try to shut you down. It's everything you do, believe me. There are some stories out there that will freak you out. Oh, I didn't hear him. No, I couldn't even say it because once it's in the title and the video is out, people start trying to guess who it was. Oh, yes. Yeah, I did hear Yuck Mouth shout me out. You see, everybody forgets Young Mouth shot you out and tell you, yo, man, you got the story right and this and that and give you credit. They rather go to the dude who trying to discredit you for something. Yo, yeah, man, such and such and such and such. Now, I would hate to break it to them how many people know the actual story. I'll be like, do you think Tretch don't know the story? Do you think all these other people that's around there didn't know the story? You think Audio 2 didn't know the story? You think MC Light and her boyfriend at the time didn't know the story when they lived on the corner house? You think they didn't know the story? How you think I know where they live? You see, it's not just, oh, I got the story from you, dog. Come on. I hate when I give people credit. Kemba Walker is better than Damian Lillard, period. Without a shadow of a doubt. He's a better basketball player. Mike Trout more than lived up to the hype. He just needs to go to another team. He needs to be in contention. The way they did this Mandy Maldonado crap.
Like producer told me that.
Oh, don't worry. He could be your guy. He's the guy that's going to be the AC for the rest of his life as long as he stay in Portland. Because he'd be dropping down, dropping down, dropping down, dropping down, dropping down, dropping down. Oh, you right. Because I'm the guy that hate Kirkshaw too. Chokeshaw, coleslaw, nothing but a bum. This whole team, the Dodgers ain't nothing but bums. I'm tired of Major League Baseball shoving them down our throat. This team is nothing but bums. Stop sending us this team. Right. Boston all season been scoring with 2 outs. That was a heck of a catch for the World Series. 2 outs, and here come the runs. Boston scores with 2 outs. That's how the Cubs used to do it. Get rid of these bums. Base hit, 2 outs. Yeah, this guy with 2 outs, he took this pitcher to deep waters, then a wild pitch. Then they had to take my man's out, bringing in a new pitcher. Bases loaded, and he walks in a run. In the World Series, you bring a guy in a hot box. Crack, base hit, then here come the runs. All with 2 outs. That's how baseball is. One mistake, and it can start a floodgate. Yeah, you got David Price, former starting pitcher. Then my man over here, Kelly. Kelly come in with the heat. Kelly looked like somebody that you see at the rec just running track. They just put him in the game. 13 Dodgers retired. All they are some doggone hairy chest sluggers. That's all the Dodgers are. Get these bums out of here. We should sweep them 4 straight games. Let's go to LA, get these bums out of here. They're going to move the strike zone from here to here when they get to LA to try to make a series out of it. Get these bums out of here, man. I'm sick of the doggone Dodgers. Hate that team. If anybody hate me, they'll tell you flat out, Carcino hate the Dodgers.